the president, really, what the... I want to get the read on all of this because it seems a little, like lunacy here just to sort of come out the gate and totally minimize the whole thing. It's a big deal when you are slapping these kind of tariffs on goods coming into this, no matter what they are. But again, that could be me because there's always the fear of reciprocity, and the Canadians are upset. We like the Canadians, right?
Yeah.
But we've already got Trudeau now talking about, well, we can't let this fly on its own. We've got former Democratic Ohio State Senator Capri Cafaro, Fox News political analyst Gianno Caldwell. Gianno, I have great respect for the Commerce Secretary, but man, oh man, he's got to be kidding.
Well, Neil, I don't know about you, but I'm about to go stock up on Campbell's too. I have to at this point. Interestingly enough, I received calls from a number of celebrities here in Hollywood who were saying, what is the president doing? And of course, if you read the media reports, they're hyperventilating. I got to be honest with you. I'm not concerned. I would be concerned if it was the Obama administration or the Bush administration or the Clinton administration, because they've been pretty straightforward in terms of policy on this level. Now, with President Trump, his best and worst qualities is the fact that he's unpredictable. Could this not be possible that this is being used as a bargaining chip? I say it for this reason. People have been saying that the target is China. Well, China isn't within the top 10 suppliers of steel. However, 75% of exports from Canada goes into the United States of America. We also see a high degree from Mexico as well. Now, what's particularly interesting,
well, that should make it all the more galling, right, Gianno? Gianno, that should make it all the more galling because you're right. Among the big steel countries are the ones that would be affected. Canada's number one, Brazil's number two, South Korea's number three, Mexico's number four. China's not on that list, but it is on the aluminum list. But my point is, who cares, friend or foe? The fallout for consumers here could be bad.
Which one of us do you want to jump in here?
Oh, I'm sorry. I left Gianno speechless, which I like to do. But, Capri, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, that I think that be careful what you wish for. And Gianno does raise a good point here, but you might just get it here and not the intended result you wanted.
Right. Well, look, I mean, President Trump has been very clear about this from day one. I mean, he has really broken with the traditional Republican, U.S. Chamber of Commerce, NFIB, sort of free trade views. He's been very clear about fair trade. I think that there are some, concerns around the fact that, this is a 25% tariff on steel, a 10% tariff on aluminum. Obviously, look, I come from Ohio. We are, I come from a steel valley that is now, unfortunately, the heart of the Rust Belt, where we, lived and died by the steel industry. But now, guess who our major employer is? General Motors. So there is a push and pull here, and I think that we have not finalized this. My hope is that there will be two things happening. One, there will be some exemptions, for example, for Canada, which is the number one consumer of our products, which is incredibly important. And two, my hope is that maybe in order to balance this out, I don't think that tariffs are necessarily the answer, but rather how can we make American-made goods cheaper? And I've always been an advocate of providing some kind of a tax credit or a rebate for higher ticket goods like cars, like refrigerators, so we are able to compete.
And to your point, that might happen. We should stress here that not all U.S. manufacturers get their steel from any of these countries or abroad. They get it from here, so they would not be affected. But, Gianno, the one thing I'm just curious, where do you see this going? Because already the Chinese are upset, the Canadians are upset. I mentioned these countries. The EU says we're not playing fairly, can't rely on the U.S. because we don't know where they're coming from. Or is that all bluster and that the president will end up getting what he wants without ever having to enact these tariffs to begin with?
Well, so what Capri mentioned, a good point mentioning General Motors. What I was going with is this NAFTA agreement, which was in the 7 rounds of talks this past week. The rules of origin, particularly when it comes to cars, was an issue that Canada, the United States, and Mexico couldn't come to a conclusion on. The president wants 85% of vehicles that are sold in the U.S. to be made in the U.S. versus the 62.5% that is currently written. So with that being the case, my thought is this could potentially be a bargaining chip to say, hey, we're going to tax you, steel and aluminum. Obviously, we make vehicles with those two products. Or you can give some some go away when it comes to this 85%. You can come to the table and really bargain with us.
But there's a lot more here too, Gianno. There's a lot more here as well. I totally am with you. But I also represented agriculture, for example. So, you know, there could be retaliation against, for example, soy being that's exported from the United States. So it is a push-pull.
We'll see what happens. It's still early.
I'm just relieved. This is the art of the deal.
All right, well, we'll see. I'm just relieved that, you know, I'm a big soup eater, and I don't want to go nuts paying more for that. But the Commerce Secretary of the United States made it clear.
I make my own soup, Neil. I make my own soup. I don't deal with the cans.
Well, you're going to have to now, regardless. All right, thank you very, very much.